September 11th, a day that changed the world. On September 11th, 2001, terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airplanes, crashing 2 into the World Trade Center in New York City and another into the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia. This coordinated attack shocked the world and marked a pivotal moment in global history. The immediate aftermath was catastrophic, with nearly 3,000 people losing their lives and countless others injured. The destruction of the Twin Towers and significant damage to the Pentagon resulted in massive property and infrastructure loss, deeply affecting the nation's sense of security. Among the hijacked flights was United Airlines Flight 93, which crashed into a field in Pennsylvania. Passengers on board, aware of the other attacks, bravely attempted to regain control from the hijackers. Their heroic actions prevented another intended target from being struck. Reactions around the globe were of horror and empathy, with leaders from various countries condemning the attacks and offering support. International landmarks lit up in solidarity, and people worldwide held vigils and prayers for the victims. The events leading up to September 11th were complex, involving escalating tensions and previous attacks. Al-Qaeda, led by Osama bin Laden, aimed to oppose U.S. foreign policies and presence in the Middle East, setting the stage for the tragic events of that day. Al-Qaeda, the extremist group behind the September 11th attacks, was formed by Osama bin Laden in 1988. Its motives stemmed from a desire to combat foreign influence in Muslim countries and establish fundamentalist Islamic rule. In the wake of September 11th, the United States and nations worldwide overhauled their security apparatus. Increased surveillance, enhanced intelligence cooperation, and stringent border controls became the norm to prevent future terrorist attacks. The USA Patriot Act was swiftly enacted following the attacks, granting expanded surveillance powers. This legislation has been controversial, with critics arguing it infringes on civil liberties and privacy rights under the guise of national security. The Department of Homeland Security was established in November 2002 to consolidate federal security efforts. This new department marked the most significant restructuring of the U.S. government in contemporary history, aiming to better coordinate and secure the nation. Changes in airport security were profound and immediate, with the implementation of stricter baggage checks, more rigorous screening processes, and the federalization of airport security personnel to enhance oversight and efficiency in air travel safety. The economic fallout from the September 11th attacks was profound, with immediate shocks to the stock markets and industries like aviation facing unprecedented downturns. Insurance claims soared, reflecting billions in losses, deeply impacting the global economy. In the wake of the tragedy, the psychological toll on Americans was immense. Nationwide, a sense of vulnerability pervaded, altering daily routines and perceptions of safety. This shift led to heightened anxiety and a surge in nationalistic sentiments. Media coverage of the September 11th attacks was pivotal in shaping public perception. Continuous broadcasts and dramatic imagery engraved the day's horrors in the public's mind, influencing both national sentiment and policy responses. The response to the attacks marked the beginning of the war on terror, with the U.S. leading a global campaign. This initiative started with the invasion of Afghanistan, aiming to dismantle al-Qaeda and remove the Taliban from power. The Iraq War emerged under the pretext of seizing weapons of mass destruction and combating terrorism. Despite controversial links between Iraq and the 9/11's attacks, this conflict had lasting impacts on regional stability and U.S. foreign relations. The impact of September 11th on the Muslim American community was profound, leading to increased scrutiny and widespread suspicion. Many faced heightened discrimination, experiencing both verbal and physical abuse stemming from misconceptions and generalized fear. Islamophobia surged dramatically after the attacks, affecting communities worldwide. This rise in hostility affected social dynamics, leading to policies that often unfairly targeted Muslims. The atmosphere of fear and suspicion permeated various aspects of daily life, fostering a climate of intolerance. Emergency response strategies evolved significantly since September 11th, with a focus on improving coordination and communication among various agencies. Enhancements in preparedness and the implementation of advanced technologies have become crucial in managing potential threats. The influence of September 11th on popular culture is evident through numerous films, books, and television shows that explore the themes of heroism, tragedy, and the human spirit. These narratives help shape public perception and understanding of the events. The development of the 9/11 Memorial and Museum serves as a poignant reminder of the lives lost and the unyielding spirit of resilience. However, controversies have arisen over its design and the portrayal of the events, reflecting ongoing debates about memory and representation. In the wake of the September 11th attacks, international cooperation in combating terrorism saw unprecedented levels. Nations worldwide, including traditional rivals, began sharing intelligence, coordinating law enforcement efforts, and tightening security protocols to prevent future terror acts. The impact of the September 11th tragedy profoundly reshaped U.S. and European immigration policies. Stricter visa requirements and enhanced screening processes were implemented, aiming to prevent terrorists from entering countries under the guise of tourists or immigrants. Building codes and architectural designs also underwent significant changes post-September 11. Skyscrapers and significant structures now incorporate advanced safety features, including reinforced materials and improved evacuation routes to ensure greater resilience against potential attacks. The shift in U.S. foreign policy after September 11th was stark, with a more aggressive stance on global terrorism leading to military interventions. This shift affected global perceptions of the U.S., straining some international relationships while strengthening others. The insurance industry faced substantial upheavals as it grappled with the massive financial fallout from the attacks. The aftermath of September 11th saw a significant enhancement in technology and surveillance practices. Governments worldwide invested heavily in advanced security systems, expanding their capabilities to monitor communications and gather data to prevent future terrorist attacks. The scars left by September 11th extend beyond emotional and psychological impacts, affecting even the physical health of first responders and survivors. Many suffer from respiratory diseases and cancers linked to the toxic debris they were exposed to during rescue operations. Commemorating the events of September 11th has become a pivotal element of America's healing process. Annual memorials and educational programs help maintain the collective memory, fostering a spirit of unity and resilience in the face of adversity. The ripple effects of September 11th continue to influence international peace and security. The global fight against terrorism has intensified, prompting nations to collaborate more closely on intelligence sharing, military operations, and diplomatic efforts to stabilize conflict-prone regions. Changes in immigration policies post-September 11 were profound, with the U.S. and Europe tightening their borders significantly.